Thank you for checking out this playthrough of Metaphor ReFantazio. If you're watching it as it's coming out, I'm actually streaming it live on Twitch, so feel free to check it out there. We'll be a little bit further ahead. That said, if you're enjoying the playthrough, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Specifically comment because that helps with the algorithm and makes me feel like a special little boy. Otherwise, we'll get right into it. Thank you.
What's it like owning silverware? At night, the vast wilderness outside town is ensconced in darkness. Forcing your way through the unmarked terrain is very dangerous, even with a stalwart gauntlet runner. Instead, establish camp somewhere safe. You can resume your travels the next morning. While at the encampment, you can use any of your facilities on the gauntlet runner like usual, but you can also reminisce about the journey with your allies. Give it a try. Okay, interesting. My first time camping in the Gauntlet Runner. I should probably like clap or something right now to like let future YouTube me know that this is where to edit. Okay. Because that was like, how long was I just eating? Like a half hour? Jesus Christ. Yeah, you'll never forgive me. It's okay. I don't forgive myself either. Our first time camping in the Gauntlet Runner, screaming to the mic. Yeah, that's what I should do at 10:20 at night. I'm kind of excited, but it'll be a long night, so why not spend some time relaxing with someone?
Your thoughts?
Oh, how's the ride? Wait, you're, Oh no, I don't think I can do it. Oh, how's the ride? Nope. Oh, how did it go? Smooth as butter. Luxurious as a palace. All inspired. Now, I lost. All that eating made me lose the accent. Absolutely. Gwahaha. This run is such a guilty pleasure. Though credit where it's due, my tinkering certainly helped make her what she is. Though full disclosure, that all thanks to a little mechanism I whipped up together that keeps her legs from sinking into the dunes. Wouldn't have to worry about the terrain if she could just fly. But that's a story for another day. Off you go. Better get your 40 winks. Okay, and your imagination? It is interesting that, like, as much as we're quote-unquote camping, we are still gonna be sleeping in here, right? Why are two of them shut this time? So I've actually had this idea, and I actually do kind of want to work on it. Oh, I can do laundry at night too? Oh, no. Okay. I was like, I'm gonna really focus on getting my MP up. But yeah, what was I about to say? I don't remember. Oh, she was resting on my shoulder. Oh, that's so cute. One sec. I'm gonna hang out again and let it. Oh, she just plops on down. And she really just kind of stays on your shoulder for a while too. Okay. Like, I want the kind of, oh, you're also imagination, so it's just about who I want to hang out with. I have been hanging out with Stroll a lot, so I am gonna hang out with Hulkenberg. Ah, well met. I don't suppose you're as overburdened with free time as I am. I'm certainly no stranger to traveling, but I've no idea how to spend idle hours. If the idea appeals, might we talk a bit? Yes. Let's hang out with Ulkenberg. This power we've awoken to, I have all sorts of questions, but what I really find curious are these forms we take on. Each has their unique aspects, but one bit they all have in common is their armor-like appearance. What do you make of that? It's cool, it's bizarre, it's kind of scary. I think that largely they are cool.
Certainly. I see.
I do find austerity in the designs intriguing, but it's not speaking on how they look per se. In my opinion, the armor encloses the raging forces within us, allowing us to direct that power as one directs a horse by its reins. It is said that people lose their magic because they refuse to confront their fears and anxieties, however unaware of that power lurking within them. Is that not also the very condition to awake our slumbering power? Also, hence why it is so exhausting, why it cannot be maintained for long. The ravenous appetite I had afterwards is proof. We do well to practice diligence maintaining our food reserves. Oh my god, that face. It's just so slightly derpy, but also like upset. It's so good. Hulkenberg and I talked about things to come. I feel like my imagination increased.
All right.
By 4. How about that? I'm still vapid as fuck though. It's getting quite late, but we've ways to go yet. I'd very much like to continue chatting with you. What's your new uh-oh? Hulkenberg and I talked for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Money. It wasn't money though, it was magic. But yes. Top of the morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust that the sleeping quarters more than exceeded your expectations, eh? Oh, but yeah, something I've been wanting to work on, is like a first-person dungeon crawler, that emphasizes like the travel and camping and getting along with like your teammates in the middle of a dungeon, because I feel like that's like something that hasn't been capitalized on very well. Know what I mean? And so like this is kind of like tapping into similar vibes that I really like. I should try Persona 1. That's unrelated. The sideburn mustache is okay in the close-up avatar, but whack AF on the real guy in the scene. Oh, well, no, if you look at any of the actual character models, they all kind of are a little bit whack.
True.
They were better than I'd feared, considering how tiny they are. But I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? Comparatively? Yeah, comparatively. I mean, the glasses aren't helping. Honestly, I think in his character model that the glasses actually do help quite a bit. How does he see through those? Well, because they're anime glasses. Yeah, I feel like all the models are weird. So like I talked about this first in like the very first stream of it, where like I think the problem for me is like the combination of like lighting with like the like cell shaded shading of it, right? I understand what they're going for, and I think it's fine. I just don't, it's not like to my taste. You feel like the other he's just jarring. Well, like it deals with the same like cell shading problem that like I have with like a lot of, I don't want to say this about this game because it's clearly a lot better than some of the stuff I want to throw out there, but like cell shading isn't necessarily bad. We see it with like Breath of the Wild, we see it with like Genshin Impact, we see it with, right? But like the way that this is done, and I think it's partially due to the lighting in addition to the cell shading, reminds me of some of the quick asset flip games that Jay and I have played that are like JRPGs, but not really. And so like that's largely where my so like I'm not a huge fan of the cell shading in the first place. But yeah. You think the models are like blurry, so the white glasses and beard are like jarring and weird? Okay. I don't necessarily agree, but I understand. It's a difference in taste for sure. My boy, remember who maintains this rugged girl. Never a grain of sand could fit between her seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind tomorrow.
I knew it!
Tomorrow. Less transatlantic, more like 50s New York. Wow, runners are really neat, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to get through the desert this fast. But just keep an eye on the road, okay, nurse? No, absolutely. You can be right for your own opinion. This is all the subjective parts of it. Oh, I haven't leveled up whatever the fuck this is at all. You're joking, Teehee? Okay, I should probably hang out with Shroll, even though I want to do some of the stuff that's always here. ABC always be gaslighting. Exactly. I really hope that sticks. I should make God, it's times like now I wish that I was popular enough for like merch. I would love to design like a ABC : always be gaslighting. Title of the YouTube vid. Absolutely. You should have clipped it. Please do. I need clips. And I need edit. Like, honestly, like let me learn how to make t-shirts. Yeah. No, you can't go back until the VOD now. No, for sure. You're still stunned on how on I was. I appreciate it. Listen, I am. Listen, a large part of seeming clever and seeming witty is just speed. Like, legitimately, if you're fast, you can get away with not being funny a shocking amount of the time. I do think ABC always be gaslighting is funny, but like no, for sure. But like being fast lowers the barrier, or like lowers like if you are pole vaulting as an analogy for being funny, it lowers stuff. Yeah. Like if you're consistent, like if you're fast, a 5 turns into a 7. Yeah, it lowers the bar. To being funny. So like if you're fast, it's the same kind of trick that gets like with language stuff, where if you're able to like use a replacement word that doesn't typically fit in a section, it's the same verbal trick that does that, right? It's like when I was put into the mental hospital for suicidal ideation, right? And I would and I couldn't remember what it was called when I was talking about it once, so I called it suicide school, right? And I've talked about this story before. But like so when you're, yeah, exactly, right? And so like those little tricks of like, oh, here's a quick replacement. Absolutely allow that. When did that happen? The first time it happened was in like 10th grade was the first time I got put in. But I've been put in a other times. Or like more recently when I said a decade amount of minutes, referring to 10 minutes, right? It's the same verbal, like that's the same trick as being fast, right? Because all you're doing is tricking the other person's mind into just like being caught off guard. Well, yeah. If you catch someone off guard and then you you think they're trying to trick you right now. No, if you're fast, it's the same thing as using those same replacements in the fact that it'll catch someone unawares, which lowers the bar, right? Like Max, say this faster. So you start. No, I am slowing it down because we're actually discussing this. I'm not saying I find Sonic funny. I do find Sonic funny, but that's not what I'm saying right now. He does, but it's unrelated. Not what we're talking about. You love Ben Schwartz? Ben Schwartz is good. Yeah. I don't know if I want to cook today. Oh, can I back out of it from here? I want to see pristine clear water. Okay, so I would have to buy that. Restores 400 HP and cures burn for one ally. And cures poison for all allies. Cure status elements for all allies. I can't actually afford any of the others. Increases hit rate of one attack to 100 for an ally. Yeah, you think Shadow's funnier? Do I find Shadow funnier? No. I actually enjoy how self-serious Shadow is. But like unintentionally funny. It might, depending on the game, it might be intentional. But I like how self-serious Shadow is. Like legitimately. Where's the one that heals us as we're walking around outside? Did we never learn that one because I ate it? It's so goofy. No, for sure it is. But like, I guess I appreciate anything that's like so authentic or like so committed to the bit. You know what I mean? Like I just kind of respect that. Like unironically, I think that like anything that commits so hard to I am all I am, right? Like is just so, there's just something about it. And like, yeah, he's edgy, but like they actually gave him like a pretty decent story. And like, I think it works as a comedy bit. The comedy doesn't come from him being goofy. It's him being so self-serious in a goofy world. Right? Like the entire Sonic world is insane and goofy and funny. And then you have this guy who's from a, like he's designed like the rest of the world, but his actions and story and the way he acts is like so part of a different story, and that's what makes it funny. But that's 100% intentional, you know? Like having someone so self-serious in like the funniest world is it's brilliant. Yeah, what the fuck is this? Maintenance of weapons. If you've got the time, why not join me? It's as refreshing as for the mind as it is for our battles. Oh, that's courage. I have been leveling courage actually then. You think so? I hadn't considered that. Yeah, no, like I think the bit that works for him is because he's serious, and that the story they give him, like the story they give him of like being this clone of an experiment that used to be alive, that was part of this alien thing that was sent to control the world, but then got caught, got amnesia, and bonded with this girl during experiments who got shot when the entire project shut down, and he got blasted out to space, and now he's a clone of that but has the memories of it? That's an insane plot, but it's played so seriously, and like the actual emotional drama he goes through is so played straight, of like watching you know, Maria die, and like having that be so real for him. And then also you have Sonic and Tails and the Chaotix and all of that. You have Gun and their entire organization. You have the president being like, these two heroes, right? Like and like being very silly. And like that's if you're playing Shadow the Hedgehog. If you're playing Sonic and Shadow shows up, he's still that character who went through all that shit, and the rest of the world is the funniest. And so like, yeah, it's great.
Well met.
You've come at the perfect moment. I was just thinking over my game board, an abstract game of military tactics, you see. Care to indulge me in a round? Yeah, sure.
All right.
I really should have gone to do MP though, I think. If that's how you plan to make your advance, then. Can't make any more moves. That's the match. My, I learned quite a bit from that match. I believe we would both benefit from continued practice. This game affords me the opportunity to visualize strategies all on my own. What if an enemy came at me from such an angle? How would I retaliate? And so on and so forth.
I'd say
I once failed in my duty to protect His Highness the Prince. At that time, I was but a novice, a new addition to the Royal Guard. I lacked the experience provided to properly assume the role.
that's why.
I'm not doing a Shadow the Hedgehog cosplay. Listen, the culture may be fine with that. I'm not fine with that. Clearly, people have voted in people who would be fine with that. I'm not fine with that. So thoroughly, never to let such a thing occur again. You're so strong. You're so strong,
No.
Ulgenberg. I'm nothing of the sort. My body bears the scars of my myriad weaknesses. That said, it is quite a pleasure to speak so freely with you. I find comfort in knowing that I may share my feelings with a compatriot. If we find success in the endeavor and create a country where we can all live truly equally, I hope to serve as a knight captain, passing down the knowledge I can to a new generation. I will speak not of just tactics, but the experiences on this journey. My victories and of course my failures too. And in so doing, I would see the Royal Guard elevated to new heights, I hope. You can do it.
Yeah.
We did scare them when we talking about Sonic. If anyone can do it, it's you, Hulkenberg.
Yes.
Well, such a starry-eyed wish could come true. I shall tell them much of you, our captain. Such a position is certainly not one most would adapt to, much less succeed in, given the circumstances of a fight. Jesus fucking Christ. I must say, you wear the role well. 'Tis hard to believe it's your first foray into such responsibility. Perhaps you're a natural talent for it. Though, to call it the talent is disservice. No, whatever high calling you... Oh, Jesus. Excuse me. No, whatever higher calling you have, I can only be as I am now because of you. You honor me. Such praise from a knight is quite an honor.
True.
Who's exaggerating? She is or I am. It's you and Gallica that set the cogs in motion. I think that there's some significance to I think there's some significance to you being the captain, in my humble opinion. Yeah, my gratitude. After crossing proverbial Fuck! After crossing proverbial fucking okay. With you, I feel like I am one step closer to realizing my dream. I felt my wisdom growing after listening to Hulkenberg's advice. Okay. How long have we been live? I think it's time for bed. Holy shit. Epic, stop giving me ads, you fucking cuck. Only 3 hours. Okay, nope. We still have like 2 hours left. Good. Same time tomorrow, right? No, tomorrow's Saturday. Before I get ready for I was about to say school. Jesus Christ. Like you're not going to bed, you're just wanting to brush your teeth and stuff. No, for sure. But if you are going to bed, just leave me on in the background and go drift off. Have a good class. Yeah. Now then, shall we continue our discussion on tactics? There were some blunders you can avoid next time. For example, when a piece moves here, you should... Ulgrimrig and I dueled on the board for a while.
I say, we could stop for a break.
Oh, it break. Fuck. I did go into Sonic lore. Specifically Shadow lore. I'm not super deep into Sonic lore, but I played the shit out of Shadow. I didn't go that deep. We didn't bottom out. I guess deep depends on what you're working with in the first place. Break time, chums. There's something up ahead, so we'll be stopping there.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The gauntlet runner comes to a stop at its base.
Stopping to see landmarks? That's such a good idea for this type of game. Here we are. Shall we get a closer look?
Wow.
It's so pretty. It's not just the leaves. It's as though the whole area has been painted red. Finally, a nice color to look at. There's a lot of nice colors to look at in general, in the menus and stuff. But the world we're in right now is a desert, which is why it's kind of like dry and not, you know. I like this song. Shit, I need to replace the song in the YouTube with this song because I really enjoyed that. This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. It told of a great tree located somewhere within the country whose colors shifted to foretell unusual events in the times ahead. How exactly would a tree foretell the future? And how does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? I'm not sure if this explains it, but I'm sensing an incredible amount of magla in the air here. If your hypothesis... Jesus Christ. If your hypothesis is correct, that would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off the magla. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery. Nerus pulled a sheet of paper and a brush from his pocket and began to draw the landscape in front of him.
Hey.
Wow, Nerus, how did you get so good at drawing? Ah, my boy. Meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it. I'm finished here. Take it as a keepsake. You're giving it to me? You sure I can have this?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I've already committed it all to the safety of my mind. I've no need for a sketch itself anymore. Oh, that's cool. I received Nurse's research picture. The drawing is intricately detailed and could accurately convey the full majesty of the place to a viewer who'd never been there.
Hey there.
Hey, why don't we give that to Maria? I bet. Oh my God, yes. That's what we're doing. We're going to these landmarks to draw them and give them to Maria. I'm back on board, baby. I'm back on board on this game. Let's go. Give me that game where we're just going out. Oh my God, can you imagine? Like maybe this is what that dungeon crawler game should be. Where like you're just going out to like different dungeons and to different places to find landmarks to bring back to like a sick child who can't leave the hospital or some shit. And that's the entirety of the game. And we could tell her a story about this place. Next time we're in Grand Trad, I should give this drawing to Maria. Huh? A magical organism in the form of a tree. Say, aren't fairies in the same classification? Precisely. Gakla is the most precious treasure as well. I've been observing her very closely, which is giving me great insight into my own research into flight.
Huh?
What, you've been observing me this whole time? I don't recall you asking, so knock it off.
However,
Turning our attention back to the tree, I've heard that it tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favorable developments. I wonder what manner of anomaly its current color portends. The website has broadened my wisdom. Okay, just a random wisdom bonus. That's cool.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
I don't get a knight? I do get a knight. What's my favorite anime? Katanagatari. We saw the first episode of it. Yumi and Satara saw the first episode of it. Well, the day after tomorrow. I wonder what kind of place Martyra is. No, that's Bakemonogatari, which is high up there. That entire I've only ever seen Bakemonogatari, Nisemonogatari, and Kizumonogatari as part of that series. But it is one of my favorites. But yeah, no, right after we finished Angel Beats, we saw that first episode of Katanagatari. It was the guy with the long hair, the guy with the ninja who swallowed a sword. Didn't we? I thought we did. Maybe we didn't. Oh no, Satar sounds like they remember, so we might have then. I heard something that caught me rather by surprise. At our cart in Grand Trad was beset by bandits, and you were thrown out. You walked the desert to reach the city. Such a vast, empty expanse. An easy land to get lost in, I'm sure. So this girl with long white hair shows up on a deserted island to find a man who calls himself a sword. Oh, we might have talked about watching it. There's like 12 episodes. Yeah, we definitely talked about it at least. And then as they're talking about it, they get attacked because the goal is to own all of these other special swords that were created. And so they're going to go on a quest to gather them all. What? Gallica? Of course. You've no need to worry with her at your side, I suppose that's why she's been tasked with the role of messenger?
so
Yeah, okay, so we talked about it but didn't watch it. That's my favorite anime of all time. Period. I think the Persona 3 movies are pretty high up there. Angel Beats is pretty high up there, top 10 probably. But I think it's been knocked down. I think that Charlotte is a better version of Angel Beats personally. And then like the Bakemonogatari series is also like high up there. Cowboy Bebop, obviously. Like since we've brought the aspect of movies into there, Ghost in the Shell, obviously. That said, I've only just started watching Standalone Complex, so I can't say whether the entirety of Ghost in the Shell would be there, but the first movie, is pretty high up there. Let's see, what else? You started watching Cowboy Bebop? Cowboy Bebop is so good. Samurai, I don't know whether actually, you know what? I might take back Cowboy Bebop because, well, I think for the most part, like Samurai Champloo, like and Cowboy Bebop are like neck and neck. Where I think the highs of Samurai Champloo are higher than Cowboy Bebop personally, but I think that Cowboy Bebop is more even throughout it at a higher degree than Samurai Champloo, which has like more than a few episodes that are just kind of like, eh. In the event you ever find yourself lost in the wild, let me offer my own advice. Search for the first star. The star moves in the west in the evening, and to the east at night. Time and time again, it helped me correct my path in my journey to find His Highness. Still, I must say, didn't expect to return to life on the road. There'll be a long journey yet. Perhaps we'd best rest while we can. Alright, so yeah, you'll want to hang out. Episode 7. That's already after Faye Valentine joins, right? Oh, apparently you can eat these bugs. Well, according to Hulkenberg anyway. I should try and catch one. Dream Eater Moth. Okay. When it's my turn to cook, I can use it as an ingredient. Okay, interesting. I like moths. I think moths are cute. I think one of the like worst things is that like moths don't live long enough to actually be pets and to bond with. Because moths are so cute. I would love it if like we could have just like a tiny puppy-sized moth that would live a while and could bond with you. Like that, I would love that. That's like, in terms of like fantasy pets, that's like top of my list, I think. There are a couple episodes you didn't care for of Cowboy Bebop so far. That's fair. I wonder if you'd vibe more with Samurai Champloo then. Oh, hi. Oh, that you, lad. Just in time. Mind helping me out a bit? I was about to give the reactor an inspection. Abstruse and convoluted as it is, rest assured, luck won't do you any harm. You've seen the first episode of Samurai Champloo? That first episode is like one of the great first episodes, I think, personally. Carefully inspecting the machinery might hone my wisdom. Yeah, I'll help out. Aha! So you feel the reactors tug on your heart too? And then, to business.
Spare a moment?
It all looks complex, I know, but any apparatus here is just a collection of smaller parts. And if those individual parts aren't cared for, the whole thing goes kaput. Which is why today we'll be oiling them. Vital business. Keeps them from rusting and wearing down. You think so? You don't remember much besides the girl being annoying? Oh, Mugen coming together with Jin and like them fighting in the burning down inn, and then like having that cut to him having that dream and being splashed with water and them discussing that, and the breakout, like, it's so good. It's so good. The way he breaks that guy's fingers, the animation there, and that is sick. Like, oh my god. And like the way that they tell the story with like the record scratching and the hip hop in that first, like, yeah, it's great. Just coat the grooves. You don't remember? Oh, that fight between Jin and Mugen in the, like, as the inn burns, like, first, like, where both of them fought these other people. Yeah, you're probably wondering how I got here. I guess there's a little bit of that vibe, but like, that's the ticket, lad. Perfectly dolloped. That's the kind of book that will give you the machinery good book. You made that a joke. Yeah, literally that joke's been around since before y'all were born. Looks like I did a good job. I feel like this detail work has helped me improve my wisdom.
All right.
I did a good job with that because I work with mechanics in my regular job, in my real life job.
Now then.
How young do I think you are? I don't know, like 12? 13? That should do it for now. On to the next task. No, I know that you're like, you're 21-ish. Right? Because you have the choice to drink, but you don't drink. No, I know that because we've had this discussion. I was making a joke. Jesus, we've had the discussion. We were gonna make a band together. You were gonna help me, like, you were gonna be my wing person, except not really. I spent some time with Nearest in the engine room inspecting every nook and cranny. That's the one where we like buy and sober together at the soda bar. Yeah, exactly. That's the one that where we tore apart my love life inside out. That's from that stream. God, I hope I kept that VOD. That's something that needs to go up. Because that was insane.
The new king draws nearer.
You can be my wing person. Listen, it takes 2 wings to fly, baby. Let's go.
Finally!
Gallica takes 4.
Oh wow, I missed all this green.
Why is it so bumpy? That'd be the change in terrain, lad.
See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
Are we under attack?
Did we just crash?
Did something just hit us?
That's
a Halo reference. Nah, they might expect me to have money. I don't have money.
My star is rising! Ah! Sanctism will reign! Ah! It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Guido.
Oh my god. It looks so silly though.
Prominent
Like, I get it, but like, because that one has they both have heels.
No, see where they're aiming.
They're like dinosaurs fighting in heels. It's so weird. It doesn't seem like they're trying to land a fatal shot, just aiming to break the opponent's side's gauntlet runner.
stuck out in the wilds with no working rudder. Whether they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
Solved as a clash to halt each other's advance. Damn fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look, over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Godot's firepower.
Our plan hinges on winning Louise's favor. We can afford to abandon Gladel if he's one of Louise's supporters.
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
I think this entire plan of getting Louise to pay attention to us is dumb in the first place. Jordan's who's already ahead. Though, so that's part of the problem. Yeah.
Let's give Gladel a hand here. Good thinking. That way we could win Luis's regard.
God, this entire plan of winning Louise's regards is so fucking dumb.
Say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Okay then, it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner phone out there.
We're here to help! Withdraw, Gladel! Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces?
Oh, you're the ugly one.
Can't get into it now. That Cortland woman. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral. Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time.
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished.
Godot and his monks have boarded the deck. Looks like he knows the magic won't shield us. He's aiming to kill us here and now.
You dare interfere in my fight? Know your place. Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names. Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, Old Egg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide. Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners.
Don't forget about the petrification magic.
Why is that my thing? I guess why is that my thing?
Is everyone all right? Nice!
Yeah, let's draw attention to me.
I will fight with falling back. Merge it! What could you hope to
Especially since I don't have money.
Is that all? This is nothing.
Like, you put more thought into your joke for Satara? I mean, that's pretty standard, actually. My parents put more thought into raising my brother. My ex-fiance put more thought into fucking her next boyfriend. So that tracks, actually.
I'll crush you!
Right on target.
Witness
Nice
me,
one,
brethren!
Come! Is that all?
You're trying to be quick with Max. It doesn't work when typing. Hey, here's the thing. It doesn't work when typing. I'm so sorry to inform you that now.
With these fists, I strike for justice. Ruler!
No, for sure. Because no matter what you do, typing is going to be too slow for it to work out in the first place.
To achieve?
Only a flesh wound.
Take this.
For all that we strive for!
Oh, so they're weak to.
Let's go.
I mean, that's good to know, actually. Let me just go ahead and. Oh yeah, I'll heal up.
With healing power.
Do I know the #1 rule of comedy? I don't think so. Maybe. I may have read a book. I've read books on comedy. I don't know if I know the #1 rule of comedy though, depending. Alright, so that one's the resistant one. Oh, because that one's the spear monk. I get it.
Let's stay calm. Come forth, royal soul. More
What was
resilient
it?
than I expected.
Oh, you were
I
gonna
would lose nothing
speak
by
anyways.
conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching. For the sake of my dear brethren, I must hold nothing back. Now, feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved upon your flesh.
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my
Hang
brothers.
in there.
Sanctism will
Stroll's
reign.
badly wounded. Can anyone
Mage
heal him?
Simmer.
Stroll can't take any more.
Brawler.
Someone heal him.
What a mess.
Yeah, let's okay, you're already in the back row. That's good.
The power of ice.
Oh, are you just not gonna share your secret?
Power.
The secret #1 rule of comedy?
Falkenberg got them right in
Know
their weak
your
spot.
brightest power. Peasants. We're not out of this yet.
Thank you.
My thanks.
Stroll,
I shall
take
throw
down their
that.
defenses.
Be frozen.
I stand. Oh, power of heroes.
Damn you. Come forth. royal
Timing.
soul. With healing power.
Plus me.
I owe you.
Okay. I mean, yes, that is correct.
Sanctism will reign.
I'm sorry. Someone help him back
Take
up.
this. Oh, please. Don't underestimate me.
Hey! Hey! Wake up!
Are you prepared?
Still in a fight here.
The power of ice.
Take the weak
Witness me,
That's right.
brethren.
Oh, shards of ice.
So, the faithful are broken before you, yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him.
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism. Now, are you prepared for the end?
Ah, I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.